What's up, everyone? Welcome to the September 23rd edition of FanDuel Tournament Plays presented by Prize Picks. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoneyDFS. And as a reminder, be sure to click the link below to claim up to a $100 first match deposit bonus with Prize Picks. We have a 12-game MLB slate tonight. And as usual, we're going to take a look at 3 of the top tournament stacks and 3 of the top tournament pitchers using the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool on the Stokastic.com website. Starting with the top stacks, number 3, the San Diego Padres are taking on Ryan Feltner tonight in Coors Field. The Padres are projected for 26% ownership, but they have a 22% chance of being the top scoring stack, in addition to a 7% chance of being the top value. Feltner has only struck out 20.5% of hitters with a 4.35 xFIP so far this season. The Padres' active roster has a 113 WRC plus and 165 ISO. You just need to make sure that you're pairing them with either contrarian pitchers or a contrarian secondary stack to balance out their ownership, but they do still look like a very strong stack, even with the elevated ownership percentage. Number 2, the New York Yankees hosting Rich Hill and the Red Sox. The Yankees are projected for 3% ownership with a 4% chance of being the top scoring stack. Hill has only struck out 19.6% of hitters with a 4.18 xFIP so far this season. Not surprisingly, he has had issues with right-handed power in particular, and the Yankees have plenty of that. They have a 115 WRC plus and 189 ISO on their active roster. And number 1, the New York Mets taking on Cole Irvin tonight in Oakland. The Mets are only projected for 1% ownership with a 5% chance of being the top scoring stack. They have a lot of right-handed power in their lineup, and Irvin has had issues with right-handed power this season. Overall, Irvin has only struck out 17% of hitters with a 4.34 xFIP. The Mets active roster has a 117 WRC plus and 160 ISO so far this season. Now, before we take a look at the top 3 tournament pitchers, we do have a new promo code for viewers of these videos. That promo code is Adam MLB. Use it and get 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. This offer is available for new users only, but if you haven't already signed up for Stokastic Plus, take advantage. You'll get access to behind the paywall data, including the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool that I reference in these videos. So again, that's promo code Adam MLB. Use it and get 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. Now, taking a look at the top 3 tournament pitchers. Number 3, Chris Bassitt taking on the Oakland A's in Oakland. Bassitt is $10,500 for this matchup against his former team. He has struck out 23.3% of hitters with a 3.6 xFIP this season and is projected for 5% ownership with a 6% chance of being the top scoring pitcher. The A's active roster has just an 89 WRC plus and a 23.1% strikeout percentage. Number 2, Shohei Ohtani taking on the Minnesota Twins in Minnesota. Ohtani is projected for 11% ownership with a 6% chance of being the top scoring pitcher. He is $10,100. He is arguably the best pitcher on the slate in terms of talent, striking out 33.1% of hitters with a 2.64 xFIP so far this season. The matchup against the Twins is relatively difficult as they have a 108 WRC plus and a 20.6% strikeout percentage on their active roster. But Garrett Cole is dominating ownership in this price range, and Ohtani makes for a nice pivot. Be sure to check the weather in this game. It is supposed to be cold and rainy. We will need the rain to cooperate in order for them to play this game. And number 1, Carlos Rodon taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks in Arizona. He's $11,000 and projected for 10% ownership with a 7% chance of being the top scoring pitcher. Rodon has struck out 32.8% of hitters with a 2.95 xFIP this season, while the Diamondbacks active roster has a 95 WRC plus and a 21.4% strikeout percentage. As was the case with Shohei Ohtani, Garrett Cole is dominating ownership in this price range, making Rodon a very high upside pivot since he has a similar range of outcomes to Cole, even though his median projection is a little bit lower. So to recap, the top 3 tournament pitchers, the top 2 tournament stacks: number 3, the San Diego Padres; number 2, the New York Yankees; and number 1, the New York Mets. And the top 3 tournament pitchers: number 3, Chris Bassitt; number 2, Shohei Ohtani; and number 1, Carlos Rodon.